talk about today, and it's all about relationship. A lot of persons have been asking, this relationship of a teen is like, it's not my teen, or it's not my teen, or how am I going to do this, or what will I do? So we have a lot of questions that we are working with, but today we are opportune to have a father who is also a relationship therapist in our midst, and he's very good in relationship. He's a married and both for married and singles. He's very good in counseling, and he's even an author. I did not forget to come with one of his books. He's an author of relationship dynamics, and it's very good in what he's doing. Ladies and gentlemen, let me officially introduce one of our first and our major speaker for today. No other person but Reverend Victor Afuri. Yes, he's our father. Yes.
Good evening, everyone.
He's very good in relationship. If you have a question after this about him, or you want his number, you can come to my DM. After his teaching, I'll give it to you free of charge. You're not paying for it. I'm going to give it to you. And also, this woman of God that I want to talk about now, she's a mother, and she's very good in counseling singles and married. She's very good at that. She has a mentoring class every time. Don't worry, maybe she will talk about that during the teaching as the class goes on. But first of all, let me officially introduce our second guest speaker, Pastor Mrs. Esther Afuri. Thank you, ma.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this channel. Please don't forget to like, share, and comment. Ask your question, and you'll be glad you did. Thank you.
Okay, yes. We are going to come back again 1 minute time. We are going to come back so we can start asking our question. But please don't forget, if you are just joining this channel for the first time, please subscribe. Click on the notification button so that whenever I post any new videos, you are going to be the first person to view. Don't forget, we are coming back. Write your questions. Start writing your questions down. Immediately we'll come back now. We'll start asking questions. Thank you. See you 2 minutes time, 1 minute, 30 seconds time. Thank you. Okay, welcome again to Real Talk with Jonathan David. As I earlier said before, this teaching is going to bless us. It's going to make us updated to things that are really happening in our society, our relationship lives, and everything. Please don't forget, ask your question. And if you are just joining for the first time, please don't forget subscribe so that you can get updated in all our videos and everything that concerns us. But before we continue, please, I want our speakers to greet the audience and just tell them what they expect after this meeting today. Thank you. Starting from our father, Reverend Victor.
Once again, good evening, everyone. You are tuned to the right channel, Officialjonathandavid.
Yes.
Thanks for joining us. You have a lot to learn. All you have to do is to pay close attention. Ask your questions, like the page, comment, and then share. Thank you.
Okay, over to our mama. Just say something to your audience before we continue with our questions.
All right. This re-talk promised to be great. You're going to have a new understanding concerning relationship. Just continue to watch. Any question you have, ask. There's going to be healings to your life. It's not only he that is sick that need healing.
Yeah.
You need healing in every aspect of life.
You can be sick mentally.
You can be sick mentally. You can be sick emotionally. So you need healing in every aspect of life. So any area you need healing tonight, God is going to bring healing to you as you connect. God bless you.
Okay, now we want to start asking our questions. And when I started the plan of this meeting, a lot of parents have been asking me, Jonathan, I don't understand. How is it going to look like? Can we ask questions? What kind of questions are we going to ask? I said, okay, just ask your normal questions. You know what you want. You know what you need. You know what has been affecting you pertaining to your relationship or everything that concerns you. So ask. And one gave me a question. Which I'm going to be asking, and I'm going to be starting with our father, Reverend Victor, to talk about this. The question here is, why are most relationships not working? Why is it not working? They have tried and tried, but still it's not working. So, as you are paying attention, listen to how our father is going to give answers to this question. Thank you, sir.
All right. Why are relationships not working?
Yes, sir.
Of course, there are a lot of reasons why relationships fail. A lot of factors. But I'm going to give you a few tips, a few points that makes relationship not to work.
Okay.
First is selfishness.
Selfishness. Wow.
A lot of times people are selfish. That thing that makes you always consider yourself only, not minding the feeling of the other person.
Wow.
As long as you are selfish, the other person will feel cheated. The other person will feel oppressed. And it will lead to relationship breakage. The next thing that can make relationship not to work is lack of trust.
Lack of trust. Wow.
I've always tell people, don't bother to get married to someone you do not trust.
Okay.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, trust is the foundation on which relationship is built.
Trust is the foundation of which relationship is built.
Yeah.
Wow.
So if the trust is lacking in a relationship, it won't work.
It won't work.
Because it will lead to constant suspicion.
Okay.
Where trust is lacking, suspicion will be the order of the day.
Suspicion
So
sets in.
if trust is absent, suspicion will be in view. For you not to start having problem in your relationship, work on the issue of trust.
Issue of trust.
Yeah.
Wow.
Then another factor that can make relationship to fail is wrong assumptions.
Wrong assumption.
Wrong assumptions. A lot of times people assume. They just assume. And someone rightly said that assumption is the lowest form of knowledge. Don't assume he loves you.
Don't assume he loves you. Wow.
Don't assume she loves you. You have to be realistic. You have to know what you are doing. Assumption is dangerous. By the time assumption takes the stage, it will get to a time that either of the parties will want to quit the relationship. And so it won't work. Another factor that can make relationship not to work, from my notes, is lack of effective communication.
Lack of effective communication. Wow.
A lot of people talk, but not effectively. People, these days, what people just think or assume, like I said a while ago, is that, let's just go to one eatery. Let's just go catch fun. Yes. They don't talk. They don't talk real issues about life. Real issues about career. Real issues about children. Real issues about finance. They don't talk. All they keep saying is, I love you. Do you love me? Do you care for me? It's more than that. Wow. Effective communication goes with effective listening. We must understand that there is a place for effective communication if you want your relationship to work. Guys, let's talk. Let's talk. When we go out, let's talk real issues. Let's know what we are dealing with. All right? Wow. Then another problem. We are making sense to us.
Very well.
Please, if you have questions, you are very free to ask your question. Yes. Another thing that can make relationship not to work is lack of growth.
Lack of growth.
Yeah. You see, growth is needed in life. God doesn't want you to remain static. You must grow mentally. You must grow spiritually if you're a Christian. You must grow. So, when you refuse to grow, and then the other one has grown, a time will come that he will find out that you are not what he wants. You are not what she wants. So lack of growth can make relationship not to work.
Wow.
Another thing that can make relationship not to work is lack of finance. Lack of finance will affect romance. Lack of finance will affect romance.
Wow.
Let nobody cajole you. Let nobody deceive you. Money, the Bible says, answers all things. If the guy is broke, the girl is broke, both of them will be living in pretense. Because the girl has needs. If she finds someone who can meet that needs, she will just be playing games.
Wow.
So for me, if there is no finance, suspend romance. If there is no finance, please, bro, suspend romance for now. Go look for money.
Wow.
Let me speak it both to you. Inugo, go and look for money. Oh. Money is important.
Money is important.
Romance needs maintenance. In fact, you need transport to see the girl.
In fact, you need transport to see the girl. Oh, that's true.
You need transport. So if you don't have transport, how do you go there?
You cannot see the girl.
All right? So please, finance is needed for romance to work.
Wow.
I hope you write that down.
Wow.
Finance is needed for romance to work.
Wow, that's noted.
Another thing that can make relationship not to work is possessiveness. Being over possessive. Especially on the part of the guys. When you are trying to be the Lord of Lords and the King of Kings. The King of Kings. You want to be the boss. You want to boss here and there. It doesn't work that way. You feel because someone have told you a man is the head. A man is a head. Being a head is not being bossy. Being a head has to do with responsibility. That's why I talk about finance. Headship is responsibility.
Responsibility.
Can I say that again? Headship is responsibility.
Wow.
All right? So being possessive can make relationship not to work. because it will make the relationship to be toxic. And I've always advised people to walk out of toxic relationship.
Okay.
Once it's becoming toxic, it is time to call it a quit. Another thing that can make relationship to fail is too much expectations.
Too much expectations.
When you are expecting too much, the guy is expecting too much from the girl. The girl is expecting too much from the guy. Come on. You must understand that we are humans. So we should sometimes create allowance for mistakes. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So don't expect too much. Too much expectations can lead to relationship failure. And then I'll soon give it, hand over to my beautiful first lady. And by the way, I didn't even introduce her. She's my own pepperless.
Wow.
Yeah.
Lovely one.
She's my own pepperless. There are some women that are very pepperish. You eat them, you get involved with them, you start having running stomach.
You die.
You start purging. But she's the one that makes my world to go round.
Wow. Celebrate your
So very soon she'll be talking to you. All right. Another factor that can make relationship not to work is lack of mutual respect.
Mutual respect.
Lack of mutual respect. You see, respect is reciprocal. As I respect you, respect me. Where mutual respect is lacking, the relationship will fail. The girl should respect the guy. The guy should respect the girl. Respect her feelings. Respect boundaries. Respect. Come on. As a matter of fact, one of the things that causes problem in marriages is lack of mutual respect. Lack of mutual respect.
Wow.
So you have to take note of that. And then lastly on this question, why relationship fail is lack of direction.
Lack of direction can make a relationship fail.
Where are we heading to?
Wow.
Where are you going? How can you be in a relationship for 9 years? It means from the beginning, from the foundation, you didn't define where the relationship is going to. You have to define where we are going. It's not about coming together. It's not about going to this relationship.
Where is it going?
Where are we going?
Wow.
So from the beginning, which God is known as the beginning and the end. When God created the world, He knows when this world will end. You can't take God unaware. You can't, I don't know how to put it. You have to plan your life. So it's not about, that's why when people ask, what do I now do? We have been together for 3 years. He's not seen anything. He's not proposing. I tell those guys, you don't know what you want.
They don't know what they want.
They don't know. It has to be defined. Especially when he now proposed to you. As he's telling you, will you marry me? And you really want to marry him, say, yes, I will. But when?
Wow. Yes, I will, but when?
Yes, I will. But when are we getting married? So that you don't become the lords of the ring. You don't become the lord of the ring, so to speak.
Oh my God.
You don't go and carry a ring and then the ring will not cut your fingers, your fingernails. So what do you do? What do you do? Define it from the beginning. Is it 3 years' time? Let's know. Is it 6 months' time? Let's know. Is it 1 month? Let's know. Is it 1 year? So from the day we propose, we engage, we know when we are getting married. So we start working towards it. Because, Jonathan David,
yes, sir.
If there is no direction, both of them are not going anywhere.
If there is no direction, both of them are going.
So they are in a relationship that is aimless. They are not aiming at anything.
Wow. Wow.
And because they have no goal before them, it's just like a footballer that is playing ball. If he doesn't have a goal, what is he playing?
Nothing.
What makes him a footballer is that he knows how to target the goal.
The goal.
So from day one of going to this relationship, we know where we are heading to.
Wow.
If there is no headway, then it will lead to relationship failure.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Even Jesus is the way. Your relationship don't have way.
Wow. Wow. This is powerful.
Does it make sense?
This is powerful.
Let's
hear from our,
let's hear from our first lady.
our mama.
This is powerful tonight. Dear viewers, what makes relationship not to work? Am I right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Our daddy has said so much. One of the things that I think also that makes relationship not to work is lack of insecurity.
Lack of security. That is being insecure.
Being insecure, yeah. When two people that are into relationship are not having, when I see my guy with another,
Which is also a connection
to trust, lack of trust.
trust.
When I see my guy with another babe, oh babe, what are you discussing? What are you telling her? You know, this you are not secure when you see your partner, your guy or your babe with another person. You are not just free. That relationship will not work. That relationship will not last. Then pastor talk about relationship where you don't even know where you are going. It's like a driver that is going to Lagos, want to carry passenger, and the passenger you are carrying is going to worry. That journey will not work.
It will not work. That's true.
Which means you guys are not going anywhere.
Wow.
So which means two confused people into one vehicle.
It's a road to nowhere.
It's a road to nowhere. You are not going anywhere.
Confused people inside one vehicle is a
Yes,
road to nowhere.
road to nowhere.
Wow.
So this one doesn't have any destination in mind. The other one doesn't have any destination in mind. So if we get accident on the way, everybody to his tent, all Israel.
Road to nowhere.
Road to nowhere.
Ziggy Zaga. Zaga Zogo.
So before you even begin a relationship, you should know where the relationship is taking you to.
Simple.
taking you to.
Simple.
Pastor talk about people being into a relationship for 9 years. Oh boy. 9 years. That is 9 years marriage with 3 children.
9 years marriage.
Can you imagine that?
What are you talking about? Waste 9 years for relationship? Doing what?
How many years you have left to stay on
How
it?
many years
That you have
you
wasted
have
9 years?
left that you are wasting 9 years in just relationship?
9 years.
Oh babe, where are you? Oh babe, let's go out. What is in the out that you are going?
Wow.
We have been going out. What have we bettered out of the outgoing? So you must have a destination. This relationship, where is it leading us to? Is it to marriage or to break? Why is people crying? Oh, he just broke my heart. He broke your heart because before you did not build any heart with him or her.
That was that.
There was nothing built.
Nothing solid.
There is nothing tying you. There is no hope.
No hope.
So one of the things that also kill relationship is because no hope.
No hope. No hope. Lack of hope.
Lack of hope. We don't know where we are going to. We don't know what this relationship is heading to. That is it. Then another thing that also kills relationship. Some people into relationship are not helping each other to grow.
Helping each other to grow.
Yes. You don't care how the other person will stand. Some females even fall the people, the guys they met standing, they even fall them. Why? Because they demand too much.
Wow.
They have too much demand in relationship.
Oh.
So when a female have too much demand in relationship, when it enters marriage, it will have world demand.
What demand?
World demand.
What demand? Okay, ma'am. Please, I just saw a question, and I want to ask this question online. The question is like this: said, if I get offended because my fiance calls other guys' pet name every time, do you call that insecurity?
Again, come again with the question.
If I get offended because my fiance calls other guys' pet name, do you call that insecurity?
Yes. In fact, it's insecurity raised to power 100.
Yes, yes, yes,
Insecurity raised to about 100.
yes.
Okay.
Your fiance already have a name he's calling you.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right? So if he's calling other persons, other pet names, other names cannot, if you say honey, sweetheart, all of that, all of these names cannot be your name. You should have your own name.
That's true.
Okay, for example,
Okay.
my husband has a name called me.
Okay.
Then girls in church, they call them my dear,
That's true.
sweetie.
That's true.
You know, call them many names. So
That's
why?
But she has her own name.
I have
That's her
my
own
name.
name.
Everybody have a name.
Everybody have a name.
So answer the name is
Answer
calling
the
you
name
and
is
leave
calling
other names
you.
alone. You can't answer all the name.
Wow.
I listened to a guy that was talking. The guy lives in Canada. Was saying, if you are in Nigeria and you are ready, you are getting prepared to come to Canada, the first language they will use to welcome you is my dear, sweetie, all those language. Don't be offended. It's just a normal language.
It's a normal language.
It's a normal way of addressing somebody you just like.
That shows you
that
appreciate
shows
people.
Appreciate.
Wow.
So it's we Nigerians that hold something
That attach special meaning
to
to
things
it.
to it. It's
Okay.
nothing.
Okay.
It's nothing.
My counsel to that person is answer your name.
Answer your
Answer
name.
What
your
name
name.
does he call
Does she
you?
call
That is
you?
it. Feel secured.
And stay with that name.
Okay, I believe that guy that asked that question I've heard. Please, if she's calling you baby, please answer the name.
That's your name.
Leave every other name is calling
Take your own.
other person.
Simple.
And take your Thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma. Okay, the next question, because of our time, the next question goes like this. Ma, this one is to you, ma. Its compatibility, is it really a fact to consider in a relationship?
Bro, it's a big fact. It's a very big fact.
Very big fact to consider.
Oh yes. Oh yes. If it's not a very big fact to consider, today we have many marriages that are broken,
Okay.
many relationships that are broken.
Okay.
It's because they are not compatible.
They're not compatible.
Yes, they are not compatible. They are two different people coming together.
Coming together.
Two different people. So compatibility is very, very important in relationship. When you go into a relationship, begin to find out this person, the kind of character or the kind of the ways he does things, the way this one does is just too different from each other. Now, there is some persons in our area,
Okay.
people that have this dementia, people that doesn't reason normal. It's not mad people now. People we think they are, how do I put it now? They are, let me just say dementia. They are dementia.
Okay.
They don't behave normal.
Okay.
If I have such a person in my family, and we want this person to marry, you see that this family will look for a family that also have the same kind of person to bring them together, because they will understand
That's
themselves.
true, that's
They
true,
have
that's
the
true.
same
The same
character,
style.
the same style, the same lifestyle. So if this one misbehave, this one will understand that is
the
how we
language
do things.
Very well. Very well.
So
Understand the language.
they understand their language.
Wow, 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 wow.
So compatibility is very, very important when it
Wow.
comes to relationship.
Okay.
Alright.
I believe our father has something to say about that.
Yes, yes. Yeah, first of all,
Okay.
you must understand that we are different.
Okay.
We are different. And we are uniquely graced. We are different. But when we're talking about compatibility, we're talking in terms of values and belief system.
Values and belief system.
Values and belief system. You know, the Bible says in Amos 30, please pardon me when I quote Bible.
Very well.
I'm a pastor and that is my primary constituency.
Okay. It's okay.
All right.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So, the Bible says, can two work together except they be in agreement? All right. So, when we talk about compatibility, we're talking about someone you can work in agreement with. Because if there is no agreement, nothing can work.
Nothing.
There is no agreement.
It
Nothing
takes
can
two
work.
to tango.
It takes two to tango.
It takes two to make something to work. It takes teamwork to make the dream to work. So the dream is for us to get married. The dream is for this relationship to work. And for this relationship to work, we need to work in agreement.
Agreement.
Not at variance.
It will work.
We need to be in agreement for the relationship to work. So lack of agreement will not allow the relationship to work. And that is the issue of compatibility.
Wow.
What does he think about? For example, what does the man think about marriage? The guy should know. What does he think about marriage? You know, there are guys that think that when I get married, my job is to just give money.
Okay.
Why
true.
I balance in the sitting room watching television. So even if my wife is dying, it's none of my business.
As far as providing the money.
So what does he think? Okay, what does she think about marriage? Do you understand?
Very well.
What does she think? That, you know, there are girls that believe that I don't have to cook. I can just be ordering for food.
Like the one we listened to yesterday.
We watch one like that.
Yes.
We just order for food.
I
So
don't need to
every
stress
day, I don't need to
myself.
stress myself going to the kitchen to cook.
No.
You know? And if you're a guy that likes such a girl, you are good to go. Just a matter of, you know how much you are budgeting for fast food every week.
Every week.
You understand?
Very well.
So values and belief system is what form the issue of compatibility.
I want to, with this question now, I want to ask a question. I've heard of someone that says she likes a guy beating her. That if the guy doesn't beat her, she doesn't feel loved.
Yeah.
What will you say concerning that kind of human being?
Actually, there are people like
There are
that.
people like that.
I don't blame them because sometimes some people grew up in hostile environment,
Ash environment.
very terrible environment. So they are already used
To that
to
system.
that kind of life.
Wow.
You understand? I know of somebody who told me years ago that not until he beat his wife, her head doesn't come down.
Jesus Christ.
So once he beat her, she will not relax. She will not say, "Only I'm sorry." You know, such a woman probably is coming from where she has been used to that kind of life.
Yeah.
You understand? Otherwise, you don't need beating to be in order.
You don't need
You don't
beating to
need
feel
beating.
loved.
You don't need beating to feel love.
Wow.
All right.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Okay, because of time, we're actually out of time. Please, if you are just joining for the first time, once again, this is Real Talk with Jonathan David, where we bring to you a lot of topics to talk about relationship, about marriage, about politics, and a lot of topics. And now we are talking about relationship. We have been asking a lot of questions, and we just have one more question to go. We have one more question to go. And the question, sir, it's over to you. How old should one get to before entering into a relationship?
When you get to 65. All right, that is on the lighter side. When we talk about age in relationship, what age should one get to? Age. Let me begin by saying, first, go into relationship when marriage is in view. And for you to know that marriage is in view, you have to be mentally mature. You have to be mentally mature. You have to be emotionally mature. You have to know how to handle the issues of life. You know, when somebody said love is blind, and another person said, if love is blind, marriage will open your eyes.
That's true.
All right?
Yes,
So you need to be mentally mature, emotionally mature, financially stable to a very large extent.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you should be very rich, but at least you should have something that
Something
can put
doing.
food on your table.
Yeah.
Not after your wedding. The following week, you go and take cellophane or bag to go and borrow gari,
Wow.
borrow rice, or carry your wife to go and pass the night to your parents' house so you can have food to eat. doesn't work that way, okay? So you need to be spiritually mature also. If you're a Christian, you need to be spiritually mature. You need to know what you want. All right?
Yeah.
You want to add something?
Yeah, when it comes to at what age should one get to before going into a relationship, I would say it's not really about age. It's about maturity.
Maturity.
Maturity of the mind.
Maturity of the mind.
Wow.
There are some 30 years old that behave like 10 years old.
Very true. Very true.
Why there
I've
are
seen people
some
like that.
Yes, why there are some 17 years old, they behave like 50 years old. Very mature. They can handle issues. They know what life is all about. So when it comes to age, I'm not really concerned about age. What I'm concerned is, are you mature?
You mature.
But at least get to 18
At least
and
get to
above.
an adulthood, 18.
18 and above.
Be mature.
Then be mature.
Yes.
Then you are ready for a
Then be
relationship.
responsible. Have something doing.
Oh.
You don't need to have the whole world before you can go
You
into a
don't need to
relationship.
have the whole world.
But be ready to accept responsibility.
Responsibility.
Wow.
As a girl, one of the responsibilities you should be ready to accept is, am I ready to be a mother now? If not,
Okay. Stay away.
pipe low, stay your lane, pursue your career. If you're a student, study to be versatile. Be the best you can. Work on yourself. And then you can now consider relationship. It's not about going into a relationship that matters. What are you ready to bring? You know, somebody asked, say when they ask you, what do you have to bring to the table? Say, I am the table. You can only say, I am the table when your head is correct.
That is it.
When your head is correct.
When the upstairs is correct.
Table.
If your head is not correct, you cannot say, I am the table.
That's true.
Because to say I am the table means that you are ready to take responsibility. You are ready to handle the issues of life, like Mama said a while ago.
Yes.
Okay?
Very well. Wow. Viewers, wherever you are streaming from, I believe we have been saying a lot and we have been answering your questions. I have some questions online with me here, and I think I'm going to go to that now. I'm not asking from my book anymore. But let me just take this question, Ma. This is the question one is asking. She said, what are the things to keep private from your partner? What are the things to keep private from your partner?
To me, there is nothing you should keep private from your partner.
There's nothing you should keep private from your partner.
Because that is where trust
Comes in. Oh.
If you trust your partner, there is nothing you should keep private. Open up. If you have killed before, open up to him. Let him know who you are. Let him know what you are going through. There is nothing private. Just for example, I would say, should I keep anything private for my husband? No. My husband is me. I'm my husband.
Yes.
So there is nothing to keep private. Because that which you are keeping private, he might have solution to it. He might be the answer. So I don't think you should keep anything private to your partner.
Yeah, secrecy destroys relationship.
Yeah.
Destroys relationship.
It destroys relationship once we are keeping secrets. Because, again, from the Bible perspective, there is nothing hidden
Under the sun.
that shall not be revealed.
That is it.
Time will reveal it. And if time will reveal it, by the time time reveals it,
It will bring
it will
injury.
create more problems.
Yes.
No problem.
So that which you were hiding before, that which you were trying to avoid, you will
come
not
out.
get it triple, not even double.
Wow.
So the best thing is openness.
Openness.
Openness is required in relationship for it to work.
That is it.
Okay.
Transparency.
Transparency.
Okay.
Be sincere.
That is it.
That's why we talk about trust.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Ma. Once again, this Real Talk with Jonathan David. And I think we have come to the end of this meeting today. It was an interesting one. It was all about questions and answers. We'll be coming back again with other questions. But for the now, this is where we can take these questions for today. If you are just joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can share, you can ask your question at any time. Anything you want us to talk about, just drop it on your comment section, and we'll always talk about it. And don't forget, one of our facilitators tonight, which is our father, Reverend Victor Fourier, when I mean, listen, I want to talk this now, and I mean this. When I mean is good in relationship, I mean is good. He's very good in relationship, talking to singles and boom man. He has restored a lot of broken homes. He has gone different states just because of counseling. So please, if you need his personal contacts, you can DM me. Just drop your message that you need his contact. Follow him on Facebook, Reverend Victor, or maybe he will talk about that so that you can follow him on Facebook or on his YouTube platform or an Instagram page so that you can learn from him. Of course, he has the program coming soon about singles. And our mama also has a program coming soon about singles. Maybe they're going to talk about that. Then we'll call it a day for today. So, sir, just give your audience a goodbye and say hi to them.
Wow. Thank you for being a part of this discussion. It has been, a nice time together. First, let me say thank you to Jonathan David for having us.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you,
sir.
I don't have much to say in closing, but let me introduce this book to you, Relationship Dynamics. I'd like you to get this book. Some of the questions you may want to ask have been answered in this book.
Relationship Dynamics.
Some of the questions you may want to ask. Sometimes people are asking, how do I know the voice of God? How do I know when God is speaking? How do I know who to marry? These questions are answered here. All right, so I want to encourage you to get this book. You can check me out on Facebook.
Yes.
Reverend Victor Fourier.
Okay.
That's my name. That's my Facebook name.
Reverend Victor Fourier.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you get my book, or you get other answers to the questions you may be having. So once again, thank you for joining. God bless you.
Okay. Also, our mama, please just say hi and a goodbye.
Okay. Thank you, Jonathan David, for having us.
Thank you, ma.
Thank you so much.
You,
thank you, viewers. I think we'll meet again here. Any question you have, just drop your question. We'll get the answer across to you. Like what Pastor have just said, this book has a lot of questions to answer that is in your mind. Just ask any question you need, or you order for the book. Just order for the book. Just drop a message that you need the book. Anywhere you are in the world, we'll get the book across to you. God bless you.
Okay, once more time, thank you very much, sir. Thank you, ma. This is Real Talk with Jonathan David. Will be coming your way very soon as possible. I want to say thank you for joining. Please don't forget to share, to like, to comment. I'll see you again next time. Thank you, and God bless you. Hallelujah.